What is SmackNPie? SmackNPie here, and welcome back to another Last of Us video here on the channel. It's been a while since we talked about Last of Us, and then there were a couple things happen afterwards, and this is the video for that, SmackNPie here. So, you might have seen this image right here on your screen right now floating around the internet. This is basically from PlayStation Studios, and it gives us our first look at Joel and Ellie from the upcoming Last of Us Remake. See, Last of Us Remake, a lot of insiders have been reporting this from last year, that the game will be ready to release by the end of this year, 2022. Unfortunately, the HBO show got delayed to 2023 at earliest. It 100% affects the release of Last of Us Remake. Tom Henderson, Bloomberg, Jason Schreier, and so many others have been reporting left. VGC, so many sources have been constantly from last year reporting that The Last of Us Remake will be coming out at the end of 2022. And if, let's say, HBO show drops as early as Q1 of 2023, and Last of Us Remake drops as late as last quarter of 2022, like let's say December, and the hype for HBO show begins immediately during November and December, and you get the final trailer in January with February and March as a release on HBO, it all makes sense. But coming back to the topic at hand, if you look in the mirror, the first look shows us Joel and Ellie from The Last of Us Part 2. These models, they are from The Last of Us Part 2, but they are here to showcase the Last of Us franchise in general, specifically Last of Us 1. So we know that it's been in development for a while, so one can easily say that this is 100% our first look at The Last of Us Remake. Number two, not only that, we also got our first look, kinda sorta, at Joel and Ellie from the HBO Last of Us, because PlayStation Studios is not only about gaming anymore, it's about films and TV shows as well. So that is why Last of Us Remake, the new models from The Last of Us Part 2, Joel and Ellie, and Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey, their models as Last of Us HBO show for the PlayStation Studios movies and TV show side. It all makes sense, ladies and gentlemen. I'm super hyped for it. I'm pumped for it, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, very soon in a few months, we start getting reveals, screenshot teasers, anything. I'll take anything. Even if it's 6 months wait, I'll take it. We're gonna end it with Speclizer. I call them Specializer because they specialize in The Last of Us multiplayer and Last of Us data mining stuff. We covered their stuff before on the channel as well, but this time they came through with Ellie's multiplayer armor. So as you can see on your screen, I'll be playing directly from their video. I'll put the link in the description. 3 levels of armor they believe will be used in The Last of Us Part 2 multiplayer. Now, of course, they were in The Last of Us Part 2 game files, which means they could be placeholders, they could be unfinished versions, but one thing is for certain, that regardless of their unfinished or placeholders, this gives us an idea of what kind of armor we'll be getting in The Last of Us Part 2 multiplayer. And it's been a while since I've seen or played The Last of Us Part 2 myself. I know it's been like, few months, but it just feels so good seeing the gameplay of Last of Us Part 2. It looks so good. The level 2 armor, it is nasty. Like level 1 armor, sure. Level 2 armor, yeah. So do let me know, what do you think about this? Do you think they're just placeholders and they will have nothing to do with actual armor in multiplayer? Or do you think they gave us an idea? There are more assets. We saw a map. I covered it back a couple months ago on the channel as well. Backpacks, multiple assets. Look, Last of Us Part 2 multiplayer is about to be that shizzle. And we're just waiting to see if Naughty Dog will package it with The Last of Us Remake or they'll release both of them separately. One thing is for certain, it feels like multiplayer might get pushed to 2023 and Last of Us Remake might come out late this year. But we're just gonna have to wait and see. As we know, Naughty Dog is working on 3 projects. 2 of them we already know, Last of Us Remake and Last of Us 2 multiplayer. Which is the third one? Could be the new IP, could be Last of Us Part 3, but it just makes sense for Naughty Dog to go all in for The Last of Us because HBO show is coming, huge boost. Last of Us Part 2 is a huge success as well, so it just makes sense. Listen, we'll be here covering it, reacting to it and everything. All the links in the description. Check it out for yourself and let me know your thoughts and theories about this down in the comments below. Subscribe, I'll see you in the next one.